Another day, another scandal for Black Lives Matter. One of their radical activists, ready, been charged with trying to assassinate a man named Greg Greenberg, a Democrat running for mayor in Louisville, Kentucky. Of course, the left jumped at the chance to blame the attack on Republicans. A former Biden campaign staffer tweeting, "Insane. Lunatic attempts to assassinate Louisville mayoral candidate. This is what conspiratorial right-wing rhetoric and guns everywhere gets us." I'm afraid this is going to get much, much worse. But of course, the shooter wasn't a right-wing lunatic. He was a left-wing lunatic. Quintez Brown is a cop-hating anti-gun activist who actually appeared on Joy Reid's show in 2018 to talk about guns. Listen.
We want common sense gun reform. And if you're not going to give us that, then we're going to get everyone out here to vote, and we're going to vote you out of office. So if you want to keep your job, then, give us not what we want, but what we need.
But that's not all. He posed with Al Sharpton at an event. I take pictures with people too, so you never know. But Obama, his foundation, called this shooter a rising face in 2018. They can really pick him. And if you thought a little assassination attempt would cause BLM to cut ties with Brown, you'd be wrong. BLM Louisville sprung 100 G's in bail money to get him out. Why didn't they just pull that money from BLM's headquarters? They have like 60 mil lying around, right? Oh, I'm sorry. It's still missing. But we have some good news. Black Lives Matter has teamed up with a group of people who are great at working with shady cash. The Clintons. Minion Moore, a longtime ally and confidant of Bill and Hillary, has been placed on BLM's board of directors to oversee the missing money. But that's not all. They've called in the fixer.
You're Jimmy, right? This is your house?
Sure is.
I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems.
Good, we got one.
So I heard.
The Wolf himself, Crooked Hillary's top election lawyer, one of the Democrats' dirtiest dirty tricksters, Mark Elias. According to the Washington Examiner, a filing this month states BLM's books are in the care of the organization that's located at the address of the Elias Law Group. And it's not just that one filing. Multiple BLM reports list his firm as one of their addressers. So, who exactly is Mark Elias? Here's a reminder. Hillary's top election lawyer, the same guy who pushed the Russia hoax and was involved in the dossier, saying the Russians hacked the DNC server but wouldn't let the FBI see it. He's worked to undermine elections by pushing for election laws to be loosened right before the 2020 elections. He's deeply tied into Soros money, making millions off Democrat gerrymandering, trying to redraw districts. He knows how to squirm, lie, and get what he wants by any means necessary. So he'll fit right in at BLM. Joining me now, Project 21 co-chair and author, Horace Cooper. Horace, there's something just so tacky and pathetic about the Clintons swooping in when $60 million is missing from Black Lives Matter. Is anybody seeing how terrible this is?
Well, the first observation I would make is you go with Mark Elias if apparently Avenatti isn't available. Whenever you're trying to take, steal, misrepresent resources, you've got some go-to people on the left side in the legal arena. But the real tragedy is it's only shows like yours that are even paying attention to this abuse of the charitable legal services option that's called BLM. What are they doing besides buying million-dollar mansions in this country, in Canada, and, even out of the North American region? What's going on? And why doesn't the New York Times care?
Well, that's interesting because let's look at why do you think the Clinton team took over the BLM charity, mired in scandal and financial shenanigans? Do you think it's to create allies in the black movement? Do you think it's perhaps to, you're laughing? I was going to say, do you think they actually want to find the money?
Cash.
It's okay. It's cash. That's what I thought.
Cash is king, and their goal and the reason that they bring their powerful influence to bear is that they see that there are a lot of corporations, just like the New York Times, a lot of corporations that donated that apparently don't care that there's no delivery. Wow, you are willing to put 20, 30, 50, 60 million dollars on the table? Well, of course the Clintons are interested. If you're not concerned about where this $60 million can go, they certainly have some good ideas. And then they can double it.
They can. And you know, this BLM story is disappearing about as fast as the Waukesha killing, you know? Boom, off the front pages like that.
Well, I just want to say this really quick.
Yep.
I don't understand how so many Americans who are concerned about crime are ignoring the fact that nearly a dozen people were killed during the BLM-promoted riots of 2020. And now we have Mr. Brown himself, a accused murderer or attempted murderer, and we're bailing him out. Why would the Clintons or anyone else want to be associated with them if it's not for the cash?
Yeah. I wonder how Joy Reid feels. You know, one of the guests on her shows is now charged with attempted murder. Hopefully no guest on Jesse Watters Primetime has been charged with attempted murder, because I would be distancing myself very quickly. Real quick.
Jesse, I think she's going to hire the FBI to investigate how this guy, an accused killer, got invited on her show. That's what she does when she does hate tweets.
Yeah, that's true. It's a cover-up, like always. Thank you, Horace.